So, what is more important? What's more powerful, cash or cash flow? Is cash king or is cash flow king? So, let's take a look at the two. If you have cash, a lot of it's going to depend on how much you have. Same thing with cash flow, how much cash flow is coming in. So, depending on the amount of cash you have and what your skill sets are and your experience and your knowledge, it can make a big difference. If let's say you have $1 million and you invest it in any kind of investment that generates a 15% annual return, that's 100 to 150,000 a year. If you're living off of that income, then the cash flow really does you no good in terms of leverage. It's not growing, the investment's not growing. You still have that $1 million basis. You're not reducing the $1 million, you're not lowering that investment, the principal, and you're living off of the income coming off that investment. So nothing is growing, you're just consuming. So there is no power in the cash flow in that scenario. Now, let's say you have the $1 million and you take that and you invest it and you earn a 20% to 30% return on that by getting in and getting out a couple of times a year on investments. Let's say you only take half of it and you invest 500,000, you flip a house or buy a commercial property that you get in and out of or something like that, and you make 20% on it. That's $100,000, and you do that a couple of times a year. Then you're generating a little bit more income off of that principal. You can multiply the principal. If you've got $1 million in cash, you should be able to double that in a year or two. If you've got $1 million invested in something that's generating a 15% return, you're not going to grow that principal. So cash is the king in this scenario because you can go out, you can take advantage of deals, you can pay cash for something and get a deal, whereas cash flow is limited,